Hello and welcome to Audio Adventures. This is a D&D 5th edition podcast that is made by friends, with friends, and for friends. And if you clicked on us, buckle up. It's going to be a crazy magic carpet ride for you and me. This podcast is used by my nerdy friends and I to escape our lives for a time and act out some pretty ridiculous scenarios. And we are so glad to have you here. A couple things before we start. Our group loves the rule of cool, so I'm sure we will get rules wrong. So if we do, please feel free to tell us in a kind fashion down in the comments. Also, if you want to contribute to the fantastical world of Seblos where this campaign takes place, please make a comment and you may be seeing that kobold cleric in the very near future, along with your name in the show as well. Now, please grab a seat and some popcorn, and let's meet our Wandering Vanguard. Audio Adventures is a D&D 5th edition homebrewed podcast and may deal with triggering themes at times. Viewer discretion is advised. Trigger warnings can be found in the description.
Previously on the Wandering Vanguard.
They delved into Virgil's souls, finding out that the larger soul in his body is causing his exponential growth and mastery in magic in general, possibly caused from a gift that was given to him from past party members, Perthy and Nina, from a necklace they found several months ago in a Forgotten Gods temple. They also found out that in the material plane that it has been a while, since they've been gone. Also asking for counsel from Lord Duvice for what to do with their Virgil problem. Our party continues to gather their resources for the gala that they were invited to by the one and only Darrow family. And that's where we begin. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a 2-day time skip to the gala. So I'm just going to go down the list and just ask what you want to accomplish in those 2 days. And then, because you guys already put in your order for all of your clothing and everything, you can pick up your enchantments and stuff like that.
Well, I'm going to just send messages checking in on Ekman and my mom.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask her, how many days has it been since the last time I messaged you? For the first one.
So she said months.
Mm-hmm. And I messaged her 3 days ago. Before we came in, whenever we first went into the portal, I messaged her then.
Oh, okay. You message, she answers back, it's been about a month.
Between messages?
Yeah.
Guys, it's speedrun time.
Oh, you mean like last night?
Yeah, I messaged her last night, and now I messaged her the next night, and it's been a month.
Oh, you asked her just in between messages. You didn't ask her how long you've been gone.
Well, I was asking from the last time I messaged her, which was the night before.
Ask her how long you've been gone.
Okay, the last night I'll ask, how long have I been gone?
Okay, but the answer stands true to what you meant. Month.
Cool. A month. So every day is a month. Shoot. Now
We've been
I know
here for what, like 2 weeks?
Wait, what?
No, not to. I'm gonna tell the whole party this. It's every day is a month.
You guys have been here for about 5 days.
It's been 5 months.
Guys, it's almost Ren's birthday.
Guys, no. This is what happened to my dad. No. We gotta go.
So if every day is a month, man, he's been gone.
Whenever he got to the Feywilds, then Because he probably traveled for a while. And oh, dear Lord. Eventually, just one night, Tibral's just gonna disappear. You'll be like, "Where'd Tibral go?" Back home.
I was of the essence. Okay. Is that all you want to do with your 2 days?
I'm gonna tell all the party is like, guys, a day here is about a month back home.
Huh. Legit.
Guys, it's been about we've been in here for 5 months.
You didn't know that?
What?
I guess I thought you might have known that.
I'm in the room talking as well. So hear me out. If you elves live your hundreds of years here, that means you guys have lived thousands of years in the outside world.
Possibly. Not entirely impossible.
Guys, I don't know if
Tavis, how old are you again?
Let's see. 1, 2. Wait, let me check my notes just to be safe with this.
At least 3 days old.
Is that
least
in
3 days.
Feywild years, though, or our plane years?
I don't know, so 210 years old in your years.
Oh, okay.
And you got 5 years redacted
But,
from that
yeah,
with Wild Men.
that's-
So you were 215.
Redact.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go sit down.
I know that contest is in a few days, but I don't know if I can let my mom be gone or let her think I've abandoned her like this. My dad, he's probably only been gone for a year. Or two.
Am I
probably
a part
more.
of this conversation?
Yeah, you can be there.
I figured I'd tell everybody at breakfast.
Yeah, I want to be there. Start frantically writing in my notebook. And then I show it to everyone. And it says, do we need someone to go back?
I need to be here for that gala and talk to my dad. But after that, I'm more than willing to go back.
Aren't there going to be repercussions for not going to the race as well?
Probably at this point, I can't.
I might be able to send Talon out and back.
I just can't make my mom go through that heartbreak again of someone she loved disappearing for years. And that's 2 weeks, so that's 14. That's over a year.
I could leave and come back.
No, if anybody goes, I want to go see my mom. But that's something we can figure out later. We don't need to figure that out today. The other thing is I got to figure out how to get home.
Question. Since it's 2 weeks till the tournament, and how does time work?
Every day is a month.
Every day is a month. And how long did it take us to get here from
There's a
your
portal near.
hometown?
There's a portal near our house because of the map. There was one over near.
So theoretically, could Tim be able to go back to see his mom, yet still make it back in time for the tournament?
Well, the portals aren't. The portals aren't guaranteed that they'll take you where you want to go.
Well, I can. I can do some asking around, do some research. Honestly, maybe the Darrow family knows. Maybe my dad knows what portal he came in.
That's true.
Well, then why wouldn't you come back?
For him, it probably was no more than a year. He probably doesn't think he's been gone that long.
I write in my notebook, but wouldn't you think your father would know how time works here versus
I don't know.
outside?
At this point, I don't know. This is a whole world of I don't knows for me.
It would be very helpful, though. We could miss the whole war.
War? Tomb writes in his notebook in big capital letters with exclamation points and question marks.
My mom mentioned something was bad outside, or bad out.
Red Ghost doesn't see it. He's just looking right at Temporal.
My eyes flicker a little bit.
Huh?
I said Red Ghost doesn't see what Tombs said because he's looking right at you.
I don't know what's happening out there. It just does not sound good.
Out of character. Guys, that's probably my fault that they're going to war.
What'd you do?
What did you do?
Because remember Vez was like,
Oh yeah, Vez is an
Oh.
asshole. That's right.
lady, you want to give us some more horse so we can build this place? And then I saw the father, I'm like, yeah, no, we're leaving.
Look at what you did. Look at what
Tomb
you did.
I get up and leave the table for a second. I gotta take a walk. I just leave the inn and walk. I kind of start walking into the city near, like, towards Merle's place.
Hey there, everyone, and welcome to the break and announcement portion of our show. We are excited to announce that we have an Etsy store. We already have a couple items up there for you all to peruse and take a look at. You can find our Etsy shop when you search Audio Adventures, a shop made by friends, with friends, and for friends. Check it out, y'all. I triple dog dare you. Speaking of triple dog dares, we dare you to share this show and talk about it with your friends, to hit that like button, and oh god, please don't hit that big red subscribe button! Oh no! For realsies though, we would be super pumped if you did that. We are super happy to come back every week to make just a little more magic in this crazy world. Our crazy cast is also out there doing some really cool stuff. Here's where you can find some of us. Raul, our resident red guest, also has a YouTube channel, and he is super funny, y'all. You can find him at TBK Rocks, spelled TBKROX. If you want to message me, you can find me on Twitter at SamCVA. There will be links in the description, so please feel free to head on over to those sites. I would love to answer questions, hear ideas for NPCs, or talk about D&D or TTRPGs in general. But be warned, if you're gonna talk smack or anything trashy like that, you will be blocked. If any of you are just now joining our campaign and are confused about just what the heck is happening, please feel free to go to our campaign recap. There you will hear a breakdown on just what the campaign was before we started recording, who the characters are, and get to know our players just a bit as well. That's it for now. Enjoy the rest of the adventure. Around this time, you hear a familiar voice come from the entrance. So this is where you guys have been staying. And you guys all whip pin over, look at her, and you see Samria standing in the doorway.
Samria, you're still here? I thought you went to go back to go.
Yeah. I never left.
Oh, you went back to. Oh, for some reason I thought you did.
Nope. I just walked away because I was angry at that one chick in the black cloak for the Ganassi thing.
That's fair.
So, I'm here now. And y'all left while I was digging around the crevices and little tunnels that have been made. I found little groundhog-like creatures. They're freaked out. But finally found you after a while, so.
Well, sorry about that.
Eh. Jumps over and sits down.
To get you caught up, about a day here is a month back on the other I guess normal plane. I don't know what's normal anymore.
So we're on the prime material plane right now.
Mm-hmm.
And back where you call home is the material plane.
Yeah. So the few days we've been here have been months back home.
Checks
Mhm.
out.
So
The Astral Sea and other
planes like that work about the same way as well. Although they work in variable time, speed up and speed down, that's just kind of weird, and you really have to... And Melora usually lets me know. Well, actually lets Perthy know. Helm lets me know how long it's been.
This might be a weird request, but would Helm be able to help me get home in a couple days?
Or persuasion check.
$24.
It's plausible. It all has to do with if Helm thinks he wants to do it, or if it's in his sort of domain. I would say you have like a double advantage with Perthy, but I kind of lost him after that fight. I think he's probably fine. I haven't felt him cross the veil, so he's still alive.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's honestly, it's my mom's been worried about me, and I was wondering if it'd be possible just to, I guess, teleport there from here.
Oh, I mean, I can ask Helm.
It would have to be after the gala tomorrow, but
Oh yeah. I was gonna go to that gala too. I don't like the cut of the. I don't like that woman with the Ganassi slave.
if you want me to be honest, neither do I.
Hmm.
She took
Good.
the one of the people I really cared about.
Oh,
So
she's taking more slaves?
I don't know, slaves. I know he's tied up at the moment.
Ah. And she looks around at every one of you. That's not great. Well, I'll be there. She kind of kicks her feet back. Anyways, continue what you're doing without me. I'm just gonna be here and there and everywhere.
So
I just thought about it. We came to the Feywild as a shortcut.
Yeah.
Cool. I need a lot of drinks. Zaria?
Yeah.
Visaria comes out, peeks her head around the corner. Yeah?
Can I have a lot of ale?
Yeah, you want top shelf, bottom shelf, mid shelf? What you want?
Lot of top shelf.
Lot of top shelf.
Put on Tavis's tab.
Make that 2.
Okay. Tavis already owes a lot, but it's fine. And she goes back in the kitchen.
It was find my dad and get the plant. That's the reward for winning the contest.
The golden snapdragon.
But Tibril can time it out where he's with his mom for those months until the tournament gets back in time. He's got big brain.
Full casks are wheeled out from the kitchen, and set up beside you on the table, and several just like mugs of ale are passed around, and she leaves the cask with you. And she pulls her cart back in the kitchen.
I'm not a drinker, but this I think is something I'm gonna need a drink to.
Oh, yeah. So since you asked for top shelf, all of you, this is pretty potent. It tastes good. For Tibril, when you take a sip, it burns. Feels good after a little bit, though. Like, the effect is almost immediate.
I slam it back. All of it.
Okay. Yeah, you guys have had a couple of rests, so you're tip top. Samria joins you. She slams back ale like no issue. Burps a little.
While they're drinking their heart, and one of these days, I'm going to leave and go find an optometrist.
You ask around a little bit, and you eventually find the answer of, oh, it's near like the college and the police station. You find Nimero's Numerical Eyes. It is a medium-sized sort of purple building. It looks pretty. It's not shady. It looks like it's independent optometrist.
Ah. I went to find glasses that looked like this.
Let me take a look. See. You go on the inside. You find a short, like a buzz cut black hair man with like a white lab coat. You look on the inside, and several stands of just different sort of various glasses sitting everywhere, and several elven people who look extremely bored behind the counter, as elven people usually have really good eyesight, and if you're coming to an optometrist, it's unfortunate for you. But the need is still there, so they're there, and they're funded by the government, it looks like. Independent, but grants given. Ah, yes! Hello!
Hello.
Welcome to Nimero's Numerical Optometry. What can I do you for?
Oh, I just want to purchase some glasses for style. I don't actually need glasses.
Yeah, we get a lot of that around here. Alright, you can go over, find any frame you like, come back to the counter, and we'll install, frames that, or the glassware that doesn't impede your vision.
Alright. And I go and find frameless glasses. I mean, I think the thin frame glasses.
Yep.
And I bring them back. Right. Alright, I want these.
Alright, that'll be 20 gold.
I hand over 20.
Very nice, thank you very much. And now you have those glasses.
I am going to go back to my room. And I'm
Okay.
going to attempt to turn these into... I can't remember what it's called. Something of Eagle Vision.
Okay. Yeah. You start working with these frameless glasses, and you can see that this is going to be pretty easy. The frames are made out of pretty high grade material, high grade metal, that'll conduct the magic flow pretty darn easily, which is why they were so darn expensive. As you can see that the elves in this sort of plane are like the stylistic options better than the practical options sometimes. But you start working on that, and it looks like it's gonna come out perfectly.
Okay, cool. That's the one that lets me see stuff far away. And it also gives me advantage on wisdom perception in particular checks.
Artificers, man.
Yes. And then I'm going to take time to attune to them the next day.
Easily done.
Then Merle said after 2 days my suit. So.
You were able to, by the time of the 2 days ended, you have your new glasses that help you see, give you advantage, and when you go in to go to Merle's, Dylan has a parcel waiting at the counter for you as he's reading a very thick tome and writing a paper about some space magic that and the plausibility of it being introduced into magic items. And he looks up and he says, "Oh, here you go."
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome.
And I grabbed the bundle. Is there still 2 more days for my cane?
Actually, yeah, we actually got that finished. So, and he reaches underneath and remind me once more, it was a cane
It was It was a white cane with a silver handle.
Yes. And did you want? It was magically imbued, right?
Just
Or not?
durability.
Just durability. Yeah.
Just making.
Yeah. He hands you, and he's like, "I had some extra time, and I helped Merle get that finished. So here you go."
Oh, thank you. And I hand over the 1,000 gold that I was quoted.
Thank you. If you need anything else finished, or you want to check to see if we restocked our magic items, come on back.
Well, have you restocked your magic items?
No, we're waiting on we're waiting on a shipment. It should be a couple more days.
Okay. Well, have a good day. And I walk out tapping my feet and walking.
You hear him turn the page, and he's like, "What does that mean?" when the door closes.
That I walk out of the what? Have a good day?
No, he was reading a large tome, a very thick tome, and he like flipped the page, and he's looking back at the page, and he's like just saying, "What does this mean?"
As I open the door, by the way, I teleport 15 feet in front of me because I had previously walked. So.
Oh my gosh. Our dapper boy.
I am a dapper, perceptive teleporting.
Oh my gosh. You are a mix and mash of a lot of dope stuff. You teleport outside the door. There are some elves like walking, holding hands down the street that see you come out, and they're like, "Whoa, that was neat." Kind of hear them mutter as they pass.
I just carry on walking, and I get back to my room, and I immediately change into my suit.
Very nice. You you don it on. You have all of the stuff really nice.
And I have my bracers underneath, and then I have a cloak over top of the suit jacket.
Yeah. It kind of reminds you when Rio said, "You can't really hide your nobility from me." It kind of makes you think, "Oh, I'm not gonna hide my nobility. You look fancy."
Hey. And then, is this now when they're drinking?
No, this is the next day.
Okay. And then I'll wait and see if they have anything that they want to do that day, and then if they do, I'll.
Awesome. Next up, Red Guest.
They said it would be our suits from the Valkyries will be done overnight, right?
Yeah, it's basically when Nyx goes to pick up his stuff at Merle's the second day is when your suit will be ready.
Then before that, I want to go up to Tibril and ask if he has time to go to the library.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
I just wanted to give a puff to someone.
All right.
And you've been to the library, so I assumed you know a little bit the ways around.
Yeah, I can take you over there. That's not a problem.
Marching music.
Bum bum bum. Who are you giving a puff to?
I was going to give it to Faye Harris. I forget why I wanted to thank her, but I think I'd wanted to thank her. Honestly, the worm ruffled me up a bit still, and...
Sure. Yeah. It's just over here.
Yeah, you remember that she is a professor at the university. And that she teaches, she conducts experiments, she does, a lot of elemental sort of, magic, classes. Yeah, so you, make your way towards the library, and you come inside, and you see, Arifiel, Soldect, once again behind the mahogany counter. This is the third time that she has been here, not during the nighttime. And she looks up again at you. She looks like she's at the end of the same tome that she was reading the day before. This time in a pale blue sweater, and she pushes up her glasses. Oh yes. Welcome back to the library. Is there anything I can do to help you guys?
we were looking for a professor named Ferris.
Oh, you know Faye Harris?
Yeah, I travel with her brother.
Oh, you know Tavis?
Oh yeah. Wait. Are you a soul deck?
Yeah, I am.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're...
That is 17 I've met now.
Wow, you are really going. That is quite a feat.
Is she here?
She doesn't work in the library. I'm a student. She's a professor here. She would probably be in her office. And she gives you directions towards the inner part of the campus.
All right, thank you. Sorry, I didn't actually catch your first name.
Oh, my name is Arafiel Soldect.
Great name. Thank you.
Q. What was your name?
Red Guest.
Thank you, Redgust, and nice to see you again, Timbrel.
Nice to see you again too.
My way over to the office with Tibril in tow.
All right. And you see, once you get there, it seems to be office hours for Faye Harris. She, as the completely sort of monochromatic, like, white elven woman is sitting behind her desk with a large turtleneck, white sweater as well, on her long white hair, braided up. And she also has thick glasses and several thick tomes just piled around her in mountains and in the bookcases behind her as well. And so you knock on her door and she looks up from a numerous amount of parchments that she was reading through. Yes? Oh, hello, it's you two again.
Yeah, hello. I have some puffs here, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I had got into a little scuffle with a giant creature, and I don't remember why, but I know I wanted to give you some puffs. And then those puffs got stomped, so I got you some new puffs.
She puts her hands to her chest. Well, I thank you for the thought, at all.
Here you go.
Uh,
Do you mean not put them on the desk with all the tomes?
Oh, and she laughs a little nervously, and she takes some. Well, thank you. And she sets them off to the side. I'm glad to see that you're okay after such a fight.
Oh yeah, I've got friends like this one, and I pat Tibril, who, without looking at him, so it kind of like did his face a little bit.
Yeah.
She slowly nods, looking at the both of you, raising her eyebrow.
All right, well, chippers, goodbye.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to talk again, I guess you know where my office is.
Good seeing you again.
Yes. Take care of each other, all right? Even if you might not get along.
After we leave, I'm gonna see. What was that for?
Oh, sorry, that was an accident. That wasn't me trying to kill you yet. That was just an accident.
Like the Tomb's ring.
Okay, Tomb's ring may not have been an accident, but it was a little fun for like a second.
I'm gonna keep walking, and I'm walking back.
Cool.
Hey, wait for me! And then the next day I'd go get my suit. And that would be all I was gonna do. 2 days.
Okay. You go and get your suit. It's exactly to the specifications that you said. Stacy is there, and she gives you those items, really without looking at you.
All right, thank you. I enjoy your service.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good day. And just scrolling through her emerald.
I'll just go.
All right.
My turn's over.
And after that, Tavis.
Tavis is just going to help around the inn where he can for a day, and then the next day go pick up his suit.
So Visaria, her eyes like sparkle as you like start to help around and clean things. And around this time you notice that that the posters might have worked because there's a couple individuals that come in for interviews to work at the inn. So Visaria lets you do a bunch of the cleaning as she goes through several candidates, interviewing them, taking them around the premises, showing them how she would clean them, and then asking them to clean it. Things like that. So her eyes kind of sparkle, and she seems way more happier than she usually is day to day now. And the second day, and that day comes to an end. The second day you go, and get your suit. You were the one that you didn't really know the style. So Stacy and Valkyrie, both said, "We'll take care of it." After taking your "I like blue" comment, and what you get back is a dark blue suit that has a jacket with along the border on the outside of the jacket is like a black stripe going up and around the collar, and then I can't remember, the middle part right before the button up.
Yeah.
I can't remember
I know
the
what
word
you're
for it
talking
right
about.
now. Yeah, there's it matches the outside, and then there is a white button up, and then a blue bow tie, and blue pants, and pretty nice black shoes to go along with the ensemble.
Wow, this is a very nice craftsmanship.
Yeah, thank you. Me and Valkyrie pride ourselves in our different kinds of stitches and know-how.
Well, I must commend you for your fantastic work.
Thank you, dear. It is so nice to hear praise.
Well, I'll be off now. You both have a good day.
All right, thanks.
They leave the store.
Yeah, is that all you'd like to do?
Yeah, that's all I'd like to do.
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, 2.
Woo! I really just want to figure out. Well, first I want to water my cherry blossoms.
Cool.
And then I want to figure out if there's any way I can learn what's going on outside of the Feywild.
All right. So what sort of avenue are you looking through? Are you trying to ask people around town? Are you trying to go to a library? Trying to go to maybe the Scrynet place? Or
I think I'll start by finding a place where people receive messages from outside. So I guess Scrynet, but is there any places where people get newspapers or things that come from the outside world?
roll an investigation check.
27.
Nice. You guys are rolling hot tonight. So you find the news sort of has been taken over by Scrynet, as everyone is looking to the skies to find their news. There is a news channel called the Scry Hour, that an elven man and woman, presumably employees of Scrynet, over here, that you learned about. Although you'll also learn that their sort of news is really all about Austrazalia and the Feywild. You do eventually find a sort of, in the flea market, a tent that you look off into the corner and haven't seen before. It's a purple sort of tent, and there's a little bit of just fog drifting out.
I go into it.
And as you enter inside, this music isn't appropriate. Alright, so you enter into this tent, and it's pretty dark on the inside. There are small little, just little circles of light hanging on the wall. And as you get closer to them, you can't you can't make out what they are. But they light up, and they're there. And you make your way towards the inner part of this tent, and you hear a very low feminine voice emanate from the inside. Yes, hello, and welcome, friend. How may I assist you today?
Yeah. Do I see her?
Yeah,
Or do I have to
you
walk-
look over out of the corner of your eye. You saw a elven woman draped in a purple cloak, sitting behind a low table with a crystal shiny ball.
I walk up to the table.
And as you turn for a second, when you turn your full frontal vision to her, she disappears. But as you look out of the corner of your eye again, she reappears, and then she solidifies. And she says, "How can Lady Telele help today?"
That's a fun name.
Thank you.
I just realized I can't talk, so it's I guess I just start writing. She can read my.
She's waving her fingers above the crystal ball mystically. Ah, someone who cannot speak. But you have wisdom, don't you?
I'm mad.
You come searching for answers that only I can find.
I write in my notebook and I show it to her, and it says, "I hope so."
Don't you worry. Lady Telele knows very much. Can't really put on brand all.
I write in my notebook and I ask her, "Can you tell me what's happening out, in the material plane?"
Ah, I knew you were a faraway traveler. Lady Telele, for a small fee, can help whatever ails you.
How much? I write in my notebook.
How much you got?
This is where two will not lie. About 1,400 gold.
Ah. Suffice?
Hold on, you cut out a second. What'd you say?
That'll suffice.
I think for a minute. And I write in my book, how about 50 gold?
Make a persuasion check.
Darn it! This is what I get for being such an honest person. 16.
The DC was pretty low. That'll suffice.
I rustle around inside the gash in my torso and pull out a bag of holding, and I take the 50 gold out and place it on the table.
She whips her hand over, just putting her hand over it, and you can see it disappear with a gray fog. All right. And the room kind of lights up a shade. What would you like to know about the material plane?
Oh,
She's swaying back and forth. Left and right.
I stare at her for a little bit while I'm just thinking. And I start to write in my notebook. And I write, is there a war going on that involves Warforged?
Ah, you wonder about your own. Alright. And she places her fingertips on the outside of her crystal ball, and then she closes her eyes, and you can see a faint red outline on her forehead. A line that just goes across as she's focusing. And she continues to sway back and forth, mumbling under her breath. And after a second, your fears are not unfounded, dear friend. There are Warforged involved in acclimating war on the material plane. It seems that they're being used for a kingdom to solidify its place in history. And her eyes stay closed, and she continues rocking back and forth like she's waiting for another question.
I write down in my notebook again. Are there any Warforged climbing up an icy mountain? I don't know if she'd know who Lord Device is. If I said.
A second red line goes across her forehead. And she thinks for a second, and then finally answers. No. But there have been in the past, and they are still waiting for their moment to arise.
Can you tell me about that instance in the past?
I can. But that would be the last thing, as it requires more power. Be sure. Is that the last thing you want to ask?
I nod.
4 extra lines go across her head. And the orb alights. From the present to the past. It seems that history is doomed to repeat itself. If no one is there to take up arms, to stop. Who is that? She is shrouded. A magnificent feminine figure stands next to a large winged man with goblins, hobgoblins, warforged alike, marching towards a sea-set castle. Warforged around the world, pillage and take. Yes, it seems that history is doomed to repeat itself.
What'd you say? What type of castle? Sorry, I'm writing.
A sea-set castle.
A sea-set. Sorry,
And
continue.
she... Very good. And it seems that you are not completely alien from this timeline either. You were there.
I write in my notebook, I said I already know that.
You were there. On the front line. Right next to that tries to repeat history. And the orb flashes and goes dark.
What did you mean by the last bit?
I'm sorry, what?
You said right next to... that I was right next to, but who was I right next to?
From what I saw, you were standing right next to the feminine figure and the large winged man leading the charge. Although you did not have that wooden arm.
Can I ask another question?
Do you have another 50 gold?
Yeah. I give her another 50 gold. Wait, before I hand it to her though, how many questions will the 50 gold get me?
You had 6 last time. You were only able to ask 3 because 1 dealt with the past.
I nod and give her the other 50 gold.
Thank you for your patronage. A similar sort of sight she presses her hands against, although this time the fog in the room boom, boom, and starts to pulse every so often, and it's another shade lighter in the room. And she starts swaying back and forth. Another red line. The red lines from before go away. The red line, this time, once more from the first question, appears back across your forehead. Go ahead.
Can you tell me more about the female and the winged man?
In essence of in the past or right now?
Past.
Are you sure? That'll take 4 questions.
Yes.
Another 3 lines, making 4 lines go across her head. And the orb goes gray color this time. And she closes her eyes. A fated love affair. Not meant to be. A princess and a soldier of the heavens. Not meant to be from higher powers. They fought to stay together and to build a kingdom. He fell from his high place. She took another form and works to this day to bring him back.
How many questions do I have left?
You have 2.
Do you know their names?
I suppose that could be answered in essence of now. It will have to be. Right
I
now?
nod.
And she looks up. Her eyes kind of almost roll all the way back in her head. One of them is deep in the earth, 9 layers down. And he's actually been with your party before. Asmodeus is his name.
I nod.
The other of the fated pair. And she winces a second. She stops and her, breath hitches. This is information that is not wanted out. She, shakes a little bit. She is known as Lady, or rather, and just, and then she flops over. You see blood is pouring out of her eyes.
Whoops. Did I catch the name she said, though?
Roll? I'll either take a wisdom or intelligence.
Let's do intelligence. 19.
You can piece together the name Orandus Vol.
How do you pronounce that?
Orandus Vol.
D-A-S or D-U-S?
So how you spell it is E-R-I-N-D-U-S. and then VOL. The crystal light goes dim.
Can I check to see if she's dead? Gosh, now I'll be wanted in the Feywild for killing a woman.
You come over to Lady Telele. And you roll her over, blood smeared across her face. The red lines. There is a black line scratched across the red lines in the middle of her forehead. You find her not breathing, dead. Cool thing is, you could get your money back. Bad thing is, she's dead.
And that was this episode of Audio Adventures. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and most of all, please share to get out the word so we can share our story with you and keep doing what we're doing. If you have an idea for an NPC, a shop, or even an encounter, please comment down below. You might be seeing any of those in the next session or maybe even the upcoming sessions. Again, thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next week. Please stay safe, everyone, and wear those seatbelts.